Hello everyone, today we're going to be looking at the brand new Xbox Series 1TB SSD edition. I've been looking to get this console for quite a while. I'm a big fan of the original Xbox Series S with the 500 gigabyte storage and decided to get this one for more storage. I feel like the original Series S was amazing. The only thing that was lacking is the storage. On all my reviews, I always talk about the storage, but this edition should definitely fix the lack of storage on the previous one. Now, let's check the box first, then of course I'll open and show you what comes inside. So here on the side, we have little bit of specs. It says gaming up to 120 FPS. Now, when it comes to the 120 FPS, it does support it on the resolution of 1440p. Now on this, you can definitely play it in the 4K. You can upscale games to 4K. So, for example, I played Apex Legends, I played Rocket League, Fortnite, those kind of games, they will upscale to the 4K. But if you do want to take full advantage of the 120 FPS, you will need to play on the 1440 or 1080p monitor or TV. Also, for that to work, you do need to have TV or monitor that does 420 frames per second, so 120 Hz refresh rate. Xbox Velocity architecture, 1TB solid drive. Huge improvement. It's definitely worth it to get this over the previous edition. Previous edition, 500 gigabytes out of the box, you get in, I believe, 425. So 425 gigabytes does sound a lot, but the games these days are really huge. Some of the biggest games I've seen so far, Grand Theft Auto is 125 gigabytes. Call of Duty Warzone is also over 120 gigabytes. So just those two games would take half the storage of the previous edition. So having 1TB out of the box should be anywhere around 820 to 880 gigabytes. So that's a huge improvement. Now, if your monitor or TV does support HDR, it makes a big difference in quality as well. I do have right there on the side, I do have Samsung monitor that does for HDR, and there's a big difference. Disc-free gaming, if you didn't know, this is a digital-only console, so you can end up getting games through the Xbox store. That's the only way to play. You can't buy a physical disc and put it inside. There's no disc drive. Now, let's check the back side here. Now, one thing I need to point out from the back is the Game Pass. That would be my recommendation. That would be the first thing you end up getting. There's a couple different things I would end up recommending. One of them is the battery pack, for the controller. The second thing I would recommend is getting a headset, and third thing would be the Game Pass Ultimate. It comes with so many AAA games, and every 2 weeks you end up getting new games. They also just ended up releasing Dead Island 2, so that will be on the Game Pass, and also by the end of the March, there will be Diablo 4, so the newest Diablo will be on the Game Pass, which is quite amazing. I'm super excited to end up playing that game. And here is the last side. Now let's open this and see how everything looks and also what comes inside. So there's a little plastic on the side. You know what? Last time I ended up doing it with the previous edition, this little plastic just doesn't peel good and ended up ripping the whole box. I'm just gonna cut it. I feel like that will be much better idea. And I believe there's one on the bottom as well. Yeah, there's one right here. I mean, you can end up peeling it, but as I said, you're gonna rip the whole box if you do end up peeling it. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's put it this way so I can show you the whole box. Here we go, right on top we got that Xbox console. You know what, before I take it out, let me just show you the extra stuff, like for example, controller. Now, the big difference between the two other than the storage is the controller. On the 500 gigabyte, the white version, you will be getting white controller, and on this version, you will be getting black controller, which is the same as the Xbox Series X, so you're getting the same controller. Now, when it comes to the controller, I've been using the Series S, even the original One X was the same controller. The only difference with this one is it does have the texture side, and right here, this is what I'm talking about, and it definitely helps, during the gaming, especially if you intense multiplayer games, your hands get sweaty, and this definitely helps. You get a lot better grip. Also, the triggers are also textured. Another thing that's new for this series controller is the share button. You can end up taking screenshots or the videos with this. And then it also does have USB-C. Now inside the controller, I believe it's actually inside the bag, you will be getting two AA, I believe, yeah it is, Duracell batteries. I definitely recommend getting the battery pack. Maybe not right away because it does come with two batteries, but after a couple weeks, you're gonna feel the need to get that battery pack and have the rechargeable controller. That would definitely be my recommendation. Now let's check what else we have inside. Then we have a little bit of the, I'm not sure what this is, some kind of product guide. Let's put that on this side. Then we have fast-speed HDMI cable. And then we have the power cable. I remember when the 1S came out and on the cable was that power break. Wow, that was super annoying. So I'm definitely glad they decided to put the power supply inside the console. That makes a huge difference. And let's see if there's anything else here. Nope, that will be all. Now let's check the console itself. And we do have a little bit more paperwork here. So this will be kind of like additional support. A little bit more info how to put batteries and all that. And here is all the stuff on the back of the console, which of course will end up showing you that. Now let's put this back inside. Alright, now let's check the console. Alright, I got the box together so I can make some space so I can unbox this. So let's check this out. And here we go. Now, you would think this Xbox would be very light, but it definitely has quite a lot of weight. It is small, very small. I do have the Xbox Series X on the side, but it definitely has some weight. Again, really don't matter because you're gonna end up putting this on the table or cabinet, but it definitely has some weight. Now, on the front, we do have the power button. We also have the USB Type-A. You can end up using the cable to charge the controller if you do end up getting that battery pack. Then we have the Bluetooth pair button. This will be for the controller. If you do have any problems in the future, you can end up pairing it again or the secondary controller. Now we do have the fan. Now let's talk about this fan. This vent gets very, very hot. At least the 500GB version is, but I think since it does have the same hardware, this one will be getting hot as well. Now, one recommendation I will give you, make sure you don't have anything on the side of it and nothing on top. So make sure at least I will give it at least 2 feet on top so all that hot air has somewhere to go. I would definitely end up giving a space on these sides as well because it does have the grills on these sides. But the main part that does get very hot is the top. So make sure it does have a lot of space on the top. So we have internet port, we have 2 USB Type-A, super speeds, HDMI out, and then here we have storage expansion and the power plug. Now when it comes to that storage expansion, you can actually end up getting the storage expansion. It's not budget-friendly. So that's why if you're thinking about getting the wide version with the 500GB, or the one with the 1TB, definitely go with this one. You won't regret it in the future. Unless you want to concentrate on 2-3 games, then the wide version will be enough. But if you're a big gamer and you like to switch through games easily, I definitely recommend going with this edition. So that was my unboxing. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.